This family is celebrating. They're building a healthy family. They are learning and experiencing how to thrive. That's a big deal. 70,000 child abuse and neglect reports are made each year in Washington state. We want to make that 0. Parents tell us they want to be the best they can be for their kids. Parents who are stressed or are afraid they have reached their end point, who are alone and with little or no family support, who are hurting and think no one cares or listens to them, who are working to reunite with or keep their children. And every one of them tells us the same thing. They want to create hope for the future, for their kids. Meet Chesiko. She was neglected and abused. Chesiko was born to an addicted mom. When she was 2 years old, her father took the girls and left their mother.
We bounced around all over the place. My sister was really the only person that was there. She was my only constant in my life. She was my defender. We had a really close relationship. We still do to this day. But when I was about 12 years old, she left.
Chesiko felt alone and angry, forgotten. At the age of 12, her dad molested and raped her. Dad went to prison. Chesiko went to foster care. Eventually, the state placed Chesiko back with her mom, where she lived throughout her teenage years.
My mom was still an alcoholic and still using drugs. At 18, I left. I started my first job, and I was determined to make it on my own. I worked all the time so I could just make money and pay my bills. It was important to me to do that because my mother didn't do that. In my own way, I was successful, but at the time, a lot of the things that had happened in my childhood, in my past, started to come out, and so I started drinking a lot.
Chesiko suffered with low self-worth and depression, and turned to alcohol and drugs. At 23, and despite feeling defeated, she stopped drinking, but with no resources.
I stopped working, and without any income and no way to pay for my bills, I moved in with my family.
Within months, she was addicted. And for 4 years, heroin was her only way to deal with all the pain and loss.
At that time, I felt that I had lost my success. I had lost my happiness. I had lost my value or self-worth as a person. And from doing the drugs, many times I almost lost my life. It's hard to believe that nothing can matter more to you than a drug. But in my family, doing drugs is normal.
Then Chesiko got pregnant. She did not want this life for her child.
I was determined to be sober. I had to do my best. He deserved my best. And I was amazed at myself for doing this the right way, the best way that I could for him.
Chesiko, now 30 and sober almost 3 years, has a loving husband. They both adore their almost 3-year-old son.
I didn't know how to be a good mother because I didn't have a good mother. I didn't know how to take care of a baby. How am I going to get these skills? Where am I going to get these skills from? And then I found the Parent Trust group, and I knew immediately that I needed to get into this group because that was where I was going to be able to find those skills that I needed, that I was looking for.
For almost 3 years now, she has diligently participated in Parent Trust's Families in Recovery group.
As my son grows, the things that I pull from the group are different. So I have to adapt my parenting style as he grows. And that's what makes me a better parent every day. That's how Parent Trust helps. In class, we learn a lot about, the child's safety and just daily parenting. As a mother now, sometimes it's hard for me to get over the way that I was raised, the way that I grew up, my childhood. And through parenting, sometimes I feel that I'm healing the way that I was parented. I don't know, that makes me happy. That makes me excited for the future. Because when my son has kids, he's gonna be a good father.
What happened to Chesiko as a child is tragic.
My childhood doesn't have to dictate the way that I parent my son. I can do things differently. I can break that cycle that's been going on in my family for so long, so many generations. And I'm really thankful that Parent Trust is around.
Chesiko and her husband can now face every day with positive parenting skills, extended support, and the bonds they're building with their child and with each other.
I have this group, I have my social support that I've received from this group, and those things are really important to me.
Chesiko wants you to know there is hope, that you can break the cycle.
I'm not who I used to be before drugs, before alcohol, but I'm learning to be the best that I can be in the future.
That's worth celebrating. When moms and dads find answers, the resources, the support they need, they become resilient, more confident. They become better parents. We're helping families create happy memories. We're helping create hope for the future. Reach us direct, online, or toll-free.